Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 2 of our relationship season of Conversations with Crystal. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I love the fact that you make time out of your schedule every single week to tune in. So, I want to talk to you today about getting a little bit of clarity on the things that you can and cannot control in your relationship with others. Before I dive into that, I want to give you a quick update that I still, believe it or not, I actually can't believe it, but I have 11 spots open remaining for my 6-week relationship coaching program, which starts the week of August 16th, 2021. So if you're listening to this podcast or the YouTube version in real time, you have got to make the most of this opportunity. I was thinking about this today. This inaugural program, where I'm going to be working with an intimate small group of 20 women, and I'm only charging the application fee of $100. For the people in the back, I'll repeat that again. I'm only charging the application fee of $100 for the entire 6-week program. I can't believe that I still have spots open. Maybe you're thinking, well, Crystal, that's a little bold of you, but you know what? The results that I am looking to get these women, yes, I am bold in believing that I can help these women transform. And you have to at least inquire and schedule a discovery call with me to see if it's the right fit for you. But this is a one-time thing. From here on out, the program will be full price. So inaugural means, first time. So it's only this first time that's going to be the application fee. So I had to put a little plug in there because I just want to make sure that no one contacts me after the program starts and, saying that they didn't know. So please make sure that you make the most of this opportunity. If you feel that you are a professional woman who are feeling a little undervalued, unheard, unseen in your relationship, and you've just been coping and you're tired of just kind of endlessly waiting on the other person to change, I can get you past that. So I would be honored to work with you. Make sure you reach out to me on my website, crystalallen.com, to schedule your discovery call. Okay, let's talk briefly about today's topic of gaining clarity on what it is that we can control in our relationship with others. This is such an interesting topic because when we think about the amount of frustration that we experience in our relationship with other people or even other entities, right? What do I mean by entities? Like, let's say my Wi Fi. When I am coming on to record a podcast, or if I'm doing a Zoom call with a client, I am, expecting my Wi Fi to work, right? But you know what? Sometimes the cable provider, the Wi-Fi provider, they may have other, things going on, and there may be issues that are outside of my control. And so how you handle those situations and your thoughts and expectations that you have on other people or as entities, like the example that I just provided, can really, really change the quality of your life. So you may be thinking that you have really what's best at heart. Your intentions are good. And you've known this person maybe for a while. Maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's a family member, or maybe it's a child. And you're thinking, it is so clear to me what you should be doing right now. And you wouldn't have to worry about any of these problems in your life. Or if you did this the way that I would like you to do it, then it would be so much easier, or I would feel better. As I'm kind of listing off those things, I think you're probably already thinking of situations where that's maybe happened to you, maybe this month even, right? Because we're creatures of habit, and it is so easy for us to get into a place where we forget that we ourselves don't like to be controlled, and we don't like to be told what to do in regards to like changing who it is that we are and doing the things that we believe in our heart that we should be doing with our lives. So I've totally been there, and it's something that, I still make sure that I try to check myself on a regular basis, because you'll have to be aware of it, right? Always. So the great thing about this topic is that there is a way for you to still have relationships with people where you can have your own thoughts about what it is that you think that they should be doing, but there's a way for you to do so without being emotionally attached to the result. Okay. Because remember, if we have, let's say, for example, we have a friend and that friend is maybe using drugs, and we think that it's so clear that X, Y, and Z would change in their life if they stop using drugs. They feel otherwise. You've taken time out of your schedule or what have you to try to help them. You forward them emails with resources, tools. You connect them with your therapist friend or your life coach friend or whatever it is, and they're not making any changes that are pleasing to you, and you are all in a bunch about it. And this is a situation where you are always allowed to make a request to the people in your life. However, what I suggest you do your best to not do is to hang your emotional well-being on whether they follow through on that request. Okay. So in that example with a friend who's maybe on drugs, if they are not making the changes that you think that they should make in their lives, you shouldn't be stressed out, been out of shape, you know, um, not sleeping, because what you're then doing is not having your own back, not caring for yourself, not advocating for yourself. So in turn, perhaps when they really do need to be able to turn to someone, and if that someone is you, you can then be at your best self with having the most clarity about how it is that you want to then show up in their life. Follow me on that? So it's really it's something that's so powerful. And I'll take another, let's give another example, something a little lighter. So let's say, you know, my husband taking out the trash, right? So if he takes out the trash, I'm happy, right? But let's say he doesn't take out the trash, or it's like at the last minute and I'm getting myself all worked up about it. That is something that I cannot hang my emotional well-being on, him taking actions or not. Okay. I can request of him to take out the trash. And if he does, great. If he doesn't, then I need to decide how I want to show up in that situation. Am I going to go out and take out the trash? Or maybe, you know what? We just miss a week. How about that? Right. But in the grand scheme of things, like, this is not, worst case scenario. So I know that that was a more of a lighter example, but I just really want to make sure that you understand that you absolutely have the right to make the request of other adults in your life, right? You can request things of them, but where we get into trouble is where we are looking for their results to make us feel better, because then we put ourselves in a situation where we're giving away our power and we're basically looking to others to make us feel a certain way. And what I want to remind you is that you hold that power right now, right here, all for yourself. You can, those feelings that you're looking for others to help you, feel or experience, you have that all to yourself right now. You can feel whatever that is that you're looking for others to feel. You can do that by yourself. So I just kind of wanted to share a couple of examples and just help, and this is a good reminder for me as well. Like I said, it's something that we really have to stay top of mind about. And I think about the Serenity Prayer, and I'm not going to try to recite it because I'll butcher it, but it's basically, God, give me the clarity to see what I can't change, change what I can, and you know how the rest of it goes. I'm not going to butcher it, but it's such a powerful statement to say. But for most of us, it is so hard to execute. And when you're thinking about, your relationships with other adults and the requests that you have on them, I would challenge you to think about the Serenity Prayer, maybe even pull it up and read it, for word. So that way you see how it's written. But it really is a great reminder of putting us in our place, that we can only control us. We have no control over any other adult. So thank you so much for tuning in this week. I would love to hear any questions that you have or any topic requests for the relationship season of this podcast. And I just really want to thank you again for tuning in, and remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and tune in next week. I'll have another juicy topic for our relationship series. But thank you all so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful day. Bye.